Dumelang, Dumelani, Salibonani, Maswerasei, all the African brothers and sisters, I greet you all. I'm back here again, or rather, let me say, Tunnel Exit is back here again. Yesterday, I should have maybe started to explain what this name Tunnel Exit means and where it comes from. But before we can proceed with any other topic of discussion today, let me request you to like, share, and subscribe. That is the norm of all podcasts. And Tunnel Exit, like I said yesterday, was formed in 2005. The name Tunnel Exit, as it may suggest, is I thought I was going into the tunnel, and at some point I'll be out of the tunnel. So as we proceed with our interviews with all those prospective entrepreneurs or all those people that are worthy to be interviewed, the main question we'll be asking is, are you getting into the tunnel, or you are already out of the tunnel? Means, how is your life? Are you starting, or you are just about to finish, or you are in the middle of it? Because as we are all aware, we are in our own struggles, individually and collectively. So my main discussion of today is just basically to explain who this guy is. My name is Akujalo Shepherd Stephen. So I'm from Botswana, in a village called Masunga. Born to a single parent. Unfortunately, she's long been gone. 2015. May her soul rest in peace. I miss you so much. So born in that kind of setup. My mother was a teacher, but she was that kind of a teacher who she was very strict, very strict. We grew up as if we were lacking. I'm not quite sure if we were lacking, or she decided I'm not going to. You know, the African way of tough love. That is what was happening. So I grew up in that particular setup where she was working, she was struggling to feed the five of us, but we somehow managed. So this guy standing in front of you, about my life really, like I said, I'm a teacher, but did I concentrate on teaching alone? I don't think so. I was all over the place. I was all over the place. I would say I sold almost everything sellable. I sold almost everything sellable. What I'm trying to say is, if you are seated there thinking some good Samaritan is gonna come and help you, you better think twice. My brother, my sister, wake up, stand up, and work for yourself. What did I sell? I sold. Actually, my first business. The nearest town from where I come from is Francistown. So Francistown is about 100 kilometers away from Masunga. I surveyed Francistown after finishing uni. I surveyed Francistown. What can I sell? And then, while in one of the service stations or filling station, I realized these guys didn't have wood, like for for fire, for bright stands, for all of that. So I thought, okay, maybe let me try that. That was in 2000 and That was 2005. The very year Tunnel Exit was incepted. So I approached my mother. Can I please have a small loan to buy a wood cutting machine? It was tough, but at last she relented. I bought the machine, started cutting firewood, packaging it, and sending it to Francistown. So I did not wait to be hired because I did not know when I was going to get a job. So I started supplying Francistown with firewood. And I used my mother's car. But parents' cars are not as easy as that. It came with it came with a lot of issues, but I had to endure. So I used my mother's car to go to the, you know, go out there, find firewood, come cut it myself, and package it nicely, send it to filling station. And if I remember well, I was the first person in that town to start selling firewood. If you see anyone selling firewood at this present moment, just know that I was the first. What else did I sell? In the process, I think at some point I started selling cabbages with a car. And then I thought, with this mind of mine, I don't think I can do, because it was a small Hilux, 1.8. So I decided, I think let me buy myself a car. So this leads me to talk about the first car that I've ever owned. My first car was a Toyota Dyna. When all my friends were buying BMWs, were buying all the luxury cars, I went for a Toyota Dyna. So that Toyota Dyna of mine, I sold cabbages, I sold all the veggies you can think of in and around Francistown. And then the Dyna also came. I also sold bricks, I sold pit sand, all the powders of all the building powders. We call them powders at home. So that is how my life was. So that car was my life. It was my, what can I say? It was my office. It was my office. My colleagues at work, then I had started working as a teacher. So that is how I was surviving. So I was using the teacher salary, and then I had my little businesses as I'm saying. And around that year, that is when I also started my small stock farm. I've got a 5-hectare farm in the village that I was allocated by Tatile Board. And every time my friends come to my farm, they think this farm should have been my inheritance or something. I never inherited anything from anyone. So that is how it all went. So this Toyota Dyna built my farm. I would go to Francistown, carry my gum poles, my fences. It was a jack of all trades. And then I can imagine if I had bought a BMW or some small sedan, I wouldn't have managed all these. So what I'm basically trying to say is, dear friends, stand up, do something. Stand up, do something. There is no one who is going to come from anywhere to help you build your life. So what is between your ears there is your brain. So make use of your brain. don't just sit there and think some miracle will happen. It will never happen. So I sold every little thing sellable. Every little thing. I remember at some point, I regretted that festive season because I went to there is a place where we get our fish called Kasani. I went to Kasani, bought fish, and when my friends were all over the place drinking and I was selling fish, and remember once they start buying, you have to be there all night. So I was there all night and selling. Then I didn't have kids, and I only had a girlfriend. the same girlfriend that became wife and brought me to Australia. And what else did I do? What else did I do? Of course, I started buying goats. Then I was a Tswana goat farmer, and then I introduced the Boer goat, and then I introduced the Kalahari red. But the Kalahari red wasn't much, so I went into goat full force. Um, yeah. So I think I'm all over the place because I'm trying to cover a lot of ground about what exactly did I do during that time. What else did I do? What else did I do? And then in the farm, I started a garden. So that means I had goats. I had a garden as well. So I sold veggies. If you wanted goat meat, I was the plug. I was the plug. Even now, for people that don't know, I'm not in the village. They still wanna call and ask where is he? Does he still sell those big goats of his that he had? So yeah, so that is what I did. Um, what else did I sell? And then at some point, you see, when you have an entrepreneurial mind, things just come. And at some point, I had a clothing label called Mwali. Mwali is, of course, in Zim they will say Mwari, but in Kalanga, because the difference between them and us is L and R. So I had a clothing label called Mwali. Mwali is still in my head; it's not gone. I think at some point when I'm finished with other projects, I'll go back to it and restart it again. So when it was a hit, it made me quite a bit of some fortune. I remember those days that there was the Dombo Shaba Festival. I would go there with my guys. I would set up my stall. We'll start selling. Uh, yeah, that is me basically. That is me. What else did I do? Guys, I did everything. I went into supplies. Tunnel Exit was supplying. We supplied the council. We supplied the land board. We supplied the schools. I wasn't making a lot, but I was making money. Um, So yeah, and then at some point as well, I also went into construction and civil. So that means there was a point where I won a tender of bush clearing. So my company was bush clearing. I think I did some bush clearing from Zamaya village. Zamaya is some few kilometers from Frankstown. So I started from Zamaya all the way to Frankstown. So I was making a bit. Now question is, was I still a teacher then? No, I wasn't. I started teaching in 2006. 2006, and then I quit until I came to Australia. So that is my life. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, you need not to just sit there. You don't need to just sit there. You've got a brain. think about something. Think about something. Because I think our main mistake is we think we can wait for government to come and help us. Government can just do so much, but we are our own. Our destiny is in our hands. What else did I do? I just did a lot of stuff that I've forgotten many of my businesses. Okay, I remember this one. I also opened up a butchery in the village. I was the first person to introduce buying of meat in the village, barbecues. So that is me, man. That is me. So I opened up a butchery with my brother, which my brother is still running now. Actually, all my brothers went through. When I came here, my younger brother took the business, and then he went to work. He's a mining engineer. And then my second born brother took over the butchery. He's operating it now. So that is my life. Am I rich? I'm okay. I'm not rich. Depending on what richness is, but that is the hustle that I did. That is the hustle that I did. So if you see me in front of you, just know that I'm the same as you, wherever you are seated, and we all can. We all can, and we need this encouragement. We need this encouragement. The little that you make makes a great difference. The little you make makes a great difference. Maybe the lesson that you can learn from me there is I introduced the topic of me buying my first car as Diana, as to that is the simplicity I lived my life. I just wanted to have something that can make business for me. It was a very nice car until I sold it to one of my good friends. He's a millionaire now. Baramas Marambiri, shout out my brother. He's a millionaire now in Zim. People say he's a millionaire. He hasn't confirmed, but I think he is. I think he is. So I ended up selling the diner to him at some point because I didn't need it, or it was old. It was old. It did its part. Yeah, that is my life. That is my life. And so the reason why I'm here is I just want to inspire. I just want to inspire. We all can. We all can. We all can. So keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter what we are doing with who. As long as you are trying something. As long as you are trying something. I think most of us in Africa think there is somebody who is going to come from the Western world to relieve us of our burden. There is no one. There is no one. So work with what you have. Work with what you have. If you do have a small field, get in there, put in something to sell. Put in something to sell. I know our grandparents and our parents' lands are lying fallow. There is nothing happening. They can go back home, man. Go back home, go do something. Go back home, go do something. This is my second episode, and I still keep pushing. I still keep pushing. I still keep pushing. Why am I doing this? I just want to make a difference to our lives. I just want to make a difference to the African lives. So that is that, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Again and again, share, like, and press that button. Please subscribe. Thank you so much. Have a nice one.